What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And it's pretty warm. Spring is definitely here, but it feels like summer sometimes. Anyways, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the honeymoon phase that is now over for Gray, the 2026 Pro 4X Frontier. Yes, and I say honeymoon phase is normally your 500 miles is before you get to your 500 miles is your honeymoon phase to kind of warm everything up and basically get it kind of in the used area. And yes, it's covered in pollen. It's pollen season. It's spring. Don't judge me. I washed it yesterday while going to a charity car meet, truck meet, show, whatever was going on yesterday. The only reason why I went is because I was supporting a cause to enter, and of course that all the proceeds were going to helping the homeless in the surrounding counties, including the county I'm in now. So it was washed, it was clean yesterday, but you know, pollen overnight happens to just populate all over the place. But anyways, so as far as I am aware, I should have done this after the 500 miles, but I did not. Matter of fact, that didn't really come to mind until now, seeing that I am, 700 miles. I believe that's right, if my math is correct. I'm at 1,200 now, so I think that's about right. And almost 2 months. I think that's not average. I think that's probably a little more than normal because I hit 1,000 in a month. So I guess it kind of makes sense if you do 1,000, once a month for X amount of years, should be in the right path as far as being still sort of low mileage by the end of 5 years or so. But I digress. My math is not here. I never was a math whiz. So with that being said, I want to go over what I like, dislike, and what's within my almost 2 months of ownership. And it's not a whole lot to complain. There's a little more to praise than to complain. So let's get into it. The only complaint okay, there might be two, but the one, which of course was in the last video I did this sort of modification, is of course the tailgate. Blank letters, I mean, they're inserts, so they were cutouts, I guess you would better way to put it. And they're holding up mighty well. I will say that. For an Amazon buy, they're holding up just great. But for this down here, for it to be blank coming from the factory, I guess there was an option, maybe, I'm not 100%, that you could have gotten from the dealer to fill that in with whatever they have. Probably not. Like I said, I don't know personally. So I went ahead and just did it myself. And now it made that negative into a pro, because it didn't really cost that much to have that modification. And then I think the other maybe little, not really negative, more of, and these are nitpicks, they're not actual negatives that would make me regret my purchase, because I'm telling you this now, and to anybody that owns a Frontier, I would say in general that's not within the early years of 2005 to 2010, I think. Those were kind of, wonky, but what vehicles aren't? So, I love the truck. I mean, it's perfect. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. And of course, when I get done with it, it's definitely going to be worth, obviously, every penny. But that's everybody that makes their vehicle theirs. That's the whole purpose, is making their vehicle theirs, not just by purchasing. So anyways, I want to say the nitpick is the grill. I mean, like I said, it's a nitpick. It's not a negative. When you go to take this off, when I had to do these lights right here, for example, which they are still working perfect, by the way. Thank you, Z1. Also, the cold air intake is also doing very phenomenal. Shout out to Z1 for their products. It is not a sponsored video. I bought both these items through my wallet. So let's go ahead and just throw that out there. But anyways, the grill, when you take the thing off, it's very flimsy. I mean, it's plastic, and it's just a little too wobbly for my taste. But I guess this is how it's designed. And so, I mean, it's like I said, it's just a nitpick. It's not a negative. But my actual nitpick, okay, there's three. Okay, there's three nitpicks. And I guess it's more of a controversial thing. I mean, it could be, it could not be. But for me, it's definitely a very itchy subject, in a sense. But I think it all makes sense if actual people going on trails could probably further explain. Is the bumpers. Front bumper, plastic. All the way around besides the aluminum skid in the front. Plastic. All the way. Plastic. Metal. So, I think the biggest thing is the rear bumper. I believe that's just a cover. I would assume that's just a cover. It might just be plastic. I have no idea. I don't even remember if my 2016 had a metal bumper or if it was plastic. Like I said, I think it was chrome. Maybe. I don't know. I have bad memory, so I don't know. Somebody in the comments, if you have a D40 body style, let me know if your bumper in the rear is also plastic or if it's some type of metal somewhere that I'm not seeing. Because if it was being held up just by plastic, that's like very flimsy for a over 200-pound guy like me to be getting on and off of that, because you would think it would bow itself in over time. Now, I would see if they have any aftermarket bumpers like they do the Titans, but I haven't done that much research, and I'm pretty sure I might want to go very far. I know you can do the front bumper, a section of it, but you can't do the whole thing if I'm right. I think you can, but like I said, it's just doing some research. But yeah, if you own a D40 body style, let me know in the comments what your rear bumper is like, because I don't remember about my D40, because it was back in 2016 when I had mine, and I had it for 2 years, and then I went something bigger. Thought I needed something bigger, but anyways, y'all just let me know in the comments if you got a D40, and if you got a D41, let me know what you think of your truck. 22 plus. Let me know what you think. What are your nitpicks and your positives, and mostly if there's any negatives. I'm about to get into the positives in just a second. But y'all just let me know in the comments. And if you're liking this video, or if it's finding some sort of informative, or just seeing my goofy mug, hit that like button, share it. Shoot, even subscribe. You can always see this ugly mug if you subscribe and turn on the notifications. You know, anytime that I post, you'll see this beautiful ugly mug right here. But also, before I get into the positive part, and it's not a whole lot of positives. I think just overall the truck's great, in my opinion. Shamrock Showdown's next weekend, since I rescheduled it from last weekend. We're going to that. Hopefully it'll be a better turnout than the charity event yesterday. No, nothing against the community that hosted it, but it was not, to me, it was not worth the effort into recording. There was some neat cars out there, but there wasn't a whole lot. I guess is a better way to put it. And I'm just being completely biased on it. I really wish I could have recorded it. There just wasn't a whole lot of people. There wasn't a whole lot of unique cars out there. There's only a handful, and to me, that really wouldn't have been. That would have been a really short video for a car truck show. But keep in mind, stay tuned for next weekend's video. I will be filming out there in Rome, which also OBI is also next weekend as well, which I ain't going to be able to attend that this year. Maybe next year, but not this year, unfortunately. I got some other things I got to worry about first before planning a trip to the beach, which I would love to go back to OBI because they have so many beautiful vehicles out there. And it's a lot of the kind of the same people that go out there every year. I think they just got slightly different builds or different vehicles are showing off. And that's a real treat to be down there. But Shamrock Showdown next Saturday in Rome. I don't know the specific on where it's at in Rome. I do have the address, but it's in Rome. So if I see you out there, I see you out there. If you're in Georgia and in around that area, if I see you out there, come say hi. But I'm hoping to get a lot of good content out there. Hoping it's going to be huge as they're predicting it to be. But I think with Orange Beach Invasion being next weekend, it's a wait and see situation. So stay tuned for that. Now we're going to get into the positives after my rambling. I don't know. My rambling is not the greatest. So let's get into the positives. And I will honestly say the positives itself is the truck in general. And the most I can say is the interior. Ever since they refreshed the interior back in 22, I think they did, well, besides the big screen was in 25. That was a refresh there. But I believe everything else was back in 2022. And Pro 4X has always been this black and orange stitch. That has never changed. That has always been the same as far as the embroidering and the seats and everything. I think they do a fantastic job for the off-road trim. The off-road trim is just immaculate in my opinion. For a mid-sized truck, I have never really looked into a TRD Pro off-road or anything. And I know Toyota has some pretty good interiors as well. But I think as far as Nissan goes, is have as long as they have had, I can't even speak English right now. They have had the Pro 4X even back in the D40. And I don't know the name of the year models back before that, but I think they've always kind of had this going on. And I think it's swell. Fully loaded to the brim with the sunroof option, the 10-speaker option by Fender. I mean, it's just all around. It's awesome. That's probably my main positive on why I love this truck. Seats are comfortable. I think just for a midsize, it's really comfortable. But like I said, that's just to each their own. This is all based on my opinion. Everybody else's opinions are different. And if you say the Toyota is better, or the GMC, or the Chevy, I mean, that's all based on preference. This is just my opinion. I think for the same price as a mid-trim level Chevrolet, GMC, even Toyota, I think Nissan come out on top as far as pricing. And I can't say that enough. I think they did great for the Pro 4X. And what you get, especially if you get the top of the line, fully spec'd out Pro 4X. The only thing I don't have, obviously, is the 6-foot bed. Those are actually kind of hard to come by. But I really don't need a 6-foot bed. I don't do that a whole lot of hauling. So, that's a positive. Next positive is the Pro wheels. I like the Pro wheels. Even though they're 17-inch wheels, I like them. I've seen previous generation Pro 4X wheels. I've seen the Nismo wheels. I just like the 17-inch Pro wheels that you get, just because the wheels almost just a darker color than my paint, and it's still got the black and orange, or I'm sorry, red color scheme. And I think that is, I love the wheels. Wheels are perfect. If I can get a bigger tire on there without having to sacrifice anything, I would rock these wheels till the wheels fell off. I mean, that's just point blank and in general. That's another good positive. I think really all around the positivity is just around the truck in general, and really just across the pricing. I paid, I couldn't get them to budge no more than 46. The sticker itself was 51,000. So essentially, before tag and title for I got it under MSRP. I got it under sticker by about $5,500 to $6,000, give or take. I don't know the exact number, but I got it for that, plus your tax, title, and all that fun dealership gibberish. So I think that is, to me, in my opinion, excellent pricing compared to if you're getting a mid-trim level competitor vehicle. That's just me, my opinion. And I got the all-weather floor mats for free, because all I did was ask for them to make a deal. I should have went for the bed rack as well, but I think that was asking too much, so I didn't even bring that up. I was like, oh, if you can give me the floor mats, because I had them in the Charger, bought them with my own money. I was like, if you can do a swap for me, y'all get to keep my all-weather floor mats. Throw in the Pro 4X ones, we'll be happy. But I can make it happen. Sweet. And as far as another pro, in my opinion, is naturally aspirated V6. A lot of them's going to turbo 4 cylinders. Nothing wrong with that. But naturally aspirated V6. Perfect, running strong. The honeymoon phase on that, it's immaculate and just like I said, my opinion alone. Everybody's opinion is different. Like I said, it's just all opinion based. Now, am I planning on keeping the truck? Yes. Am I planning on building it? Yes. Z1 just come out with a very nice coilover kit. It's a 2-inch level, which I'm fine with. And it's a pretty cool little kit. I mean, it's a long travel kit. So, will I need long travel? No. Do I want it for the styling? Yes. Do I want to go like a 6-inch down the road? I sure do. Titan swap? I'm iffy on the Titan swap. I've said something about wanting to do it, and now I'm kind of seeing other people do it. I kind of don't want to do it. It's not really a necessity right now. So, to each their own. So people like the stance. And don't get me wrong, the stance is nice. I just don't want to mess up my paint any more than I have to. And we already know how Nissan's paint. That's another gripe, which is not related. But most vehicle manufacturers' paint sucks. Let's be real. So, but anyways, yeah, I know this video wasn't going to be super long. As far as the honeymoon phase, everything's running smooth, perfect. No issues as of yet through the honeymoon phase. This baby will scoot and boot, no problem. It's got enough, like it's got enough, more than enough power for me. And then of course, gave you my nitpicks, gave you my most positive, and I think, like I said, all around, those nitpicks alone, still, I don't regret buying this truck as of right now. I'm almost 2 months later. I love it. It's just, I love it. I can't wait to get it, raise the front up some, change the control arms out. I'm ready for that. That's still in time. We'll get there. And I hope you guys will be a part of that journey. I hope y'all will be a part of the journey when this truck gets built. And any future vehicle projects. I hope you guys will be around for me to get around to making it where I want it, to where you guys will enjoy it. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to continue seeing this mug here or seeing Gray and the future progress of what he'll be going through. And of course, comment your D41. I got my socials, I believe, in my my bio as well, or however you call it. It's in the profile if you want to go follow me over there. But yeah, if you have a D41, question of the day is, ooh, that's a bee. It's a red wasp. Anyways, if your rear bumpers are plastic as well, because like I said, I had a 2016. I don't remember exactly if it was plastic or not. I know the front was, because I had someone backed into me and messed that up, so that's what made me get rid of it, because of the plastic. So but here I am back at another one. But yeah, y'all just let me know in the comments what else you would like to see. Eventually I want to find my other little mount for my camera, and we'll start going on drives and conversating that way. Of course, go to different locations. But I like this location. It's pretty nice. It's a little secluded, but I like it. So until next time, I will see you guys in the next video, and hope you all stay safe on this Sunday, this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later.